everybody, I'm on Intuitive here with your Wednesday, December 20th general reading. This is where I pick a deck that really speaks to me and I just do a general reading with it. What I'm going to do today is a general reading with the Akashic Tarot. Okay, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to pick a card, a clarifying card from the Spiritual Awakening deck. Okay. And then I'm going to also, when that reading is done, I was going to pick 3 cards from the Spirit Animal Oracle, and it's a pick a card to see which spirit animal is kind of guiding you right now. Maybe you can get some guidance and even look that up further if you're interested to see, you know, what kind of guidance you can get. So to get started, I also want to say, as always, this is for entertainment purposes only. These are general readings. If it doesn't resonate with you, please do not even pay any attention to it. Just put a period and move on. And of course, if you could please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And so here we go. So I'm shuffling this Akashic Tarot deck. And let's see what we get. Pick a few cards from here and see what we get. I really got a feeling of picking something that really is spiritual. Obviously, with the holidays this week, you know, coming up this holiday week and this holiday time of the year for people, I just really wanted to do a spiritual reading, and this deck really got my attention. So here we go. That's enough shuffling. Oh, well, I'll tell you what, there's some beautiful cards. Of course, as you know, I always have to read from the book. I don't like doing that, but there's just so much, you know, I just can't memorize these cards. But the first card that I got is the 4 of Scrolls, and this says the Karmic Trench. I don't know. I'll find out what that means, right? Then I got the King of Scrolls in the second position. And I guess, let's say in the outcome, I got the number 10 card, and it says the Light of the World. So that sounds very nice. Also, let me pick right now the Spiritual Awakening. This is, again, the Spiritual Awakening deck. It says 52 Universal Law Oracle cards. So let me pick a card for that. And so we have our Akashic Tarot cards. Let me pick one of these Spiritual Awakening cards. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to actually pick 2 of them because on the bottom of the deck, it spoke to me when I turned the deck over and saw the bottom of the deck. The card that came on the top says the Law of Habit, and it says ignite your creativity with a pattern interrupt. And I also got the Law of Dharma, and it says transform your pain into purpose. So those are going to be 2 clarifier cards that we get. But first, let's start out with this 4 of Scrolls. And this is called the Karmic Trench. And it says, in a field meant to be planted, a man, dirty from his efforts, stands knee-deep inside a long trench. The seeds wait to be planted, yet he continues to dig deeper and deeper. There are other rows planted and ready for planting, there are other rows plowed and ready for planting, but they are ignored. This card reveals a difficult pattern in your life, a pattern of self-defeating feelings, thoughts, and actions that you've brought forward from previous incarnations. You return to this life with the intention of breaking this karmic pattern, but you got pulled into the old thoughts and behaviors. You've been digging yourself deeper into a karmic trench that gets harder and harder to escape. This pattern is not unknown to you. You recognize it in your relationships, in your jobs, and certainly in your beliefs, behaviors, and responses. It's time to take charge of your karma by altering the inner ideas, feelings, and patterns that cause you to make sabotaging choices. Every time you notice yourself making an old choice that digs you deeper into your karmic trench, you can change your mind and your actions. This will require your conscious effort every step of the way. Without such work, you could go lifetimes burying yourself in the same feelings. But with your commitment to making changes every day, you can dig yourself out. So this is very interesting. The 2 clarifier cards that I got, which was, of course, transform your pain into purpose and ignite your creativity with a pattern interrupt. wow. It always just blows my mind really how these cards just all line up. In fact, I'm actually getting the chills just reading this. So, okay, so that was the first card. The second card is the King of Scrolls. I don't really think this is an obstacle, but let's see. Oftentimes when people read with 3 cards, the first card is like the present situation. The second card is the obstacle card or the challenge. And the third card is the outcome. I'm not really saying that this is an obstacle. I think sometimes I just read them right as they go because I just think it gives more information. But we'll see. The King of Scrolls. A man holds a scroll as he looks across a well-groomed garden. A number of scrolls lay on the garden bench next to him. He is the King of Scrolls, a man of learning, and he can be helpful to you in a number of ways. This man may be present in your life already. If not, you'll be meeting him soon. He may be an author, teacher, or communicator who will assist you in some professional way. He could also be a friend who brings wisdom through his own studies and spiritual practices. Be open to the guidance this man offers, for it could help lead your life in exciting new directions. As with any of the kings and queens, the King of Scrolls may also be a new love interest for you or for another, depending upon his location in the spread. His wisdom is compelling, and there are likely to be many interesting and lively discussions. This card may also represent you or someone you know who is longing for deeper understanding and a greater clarity of thought. Now is a great time to pursue new interests, perhaps even enroll in some classes or attend a lecture or two. A position in teaching, counseling, advertising, writing, publishing, or the like may be on the agenda now. A treasure trove of discovery is waiting for you, so let your life and your mind soar. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so some of us may have dug ourselves into this karmic trench where we're just like spinning our wheels, but it looks like it's time someone's going to come into our life, or we're going to find someone. And this is also, it might just happen for some of us that someone just comes in, and they're referring to a man coming in. I also got the feeling that it can be a man or a woman. It doesn't matter, but someone coming in, or we seek out by going to a lecture or, by being directed to a class. So we may be seeking out this knowledge too, which reminds me of a saying that is very common that, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So if we're ready to stop digging ourselves into our karmic trenches, the energy is there at this time for that teacher to appear in whatever form. Sometimes too, it's not a person. It might be something that you hear on YouTube or on the internet, or, you just kind of come across something, you're listening to a podcast. So just keep that in mind that, I'm going to keep my eyes and ears open. In fact, it's funny because I actually signed up for a class for next year, which I think is going to be very helpful for me to kind of like, not if I don't even learn anything in it, which I know I will learn stuff in it, but even if I don't learn anything, I'm hoping to really make find new people, that like-minded people, build more relationships in my life with people that, where we're like-minded, where we're studying the same kinds of things. So just keep that in mind. The karmic trench, and then the King of Scrolls, helping us to change maybe our beliefs, or, just moving forward in a really positive way that is really helpful specifically for us, for whoever, for each of us. The outcome card that I got then is this, the light of the world. It's a number 10. It says, an old sage holds a glowing lantern and knocks on a door with no latch. A young man inside is too distracted to answer the knock. Your divine being is trying to get your attention. All it takes is a moment of your awareness to open the door. Though your life may be busy, the opportunity now presents itself for you to move into a higher awareness. It's a great time to open to your higher self and all its wisdom and powers. It is your soul, your eternal being, who approaches, but it is up to you and only you to open the door. You do that by taking real and regular action in knowing and feeling the wise and radiant being you are forever. Through meditation and study, you can own that enormous love, power, and vision. You can make every day sacred by going within. Once you do, you will know a radiant and greater power in every step and with every word. You will be able to bring this magnificent force to your world, changing your life forever. What a beautiful message these 3 cards are bringing, because they're saying, you know what? Many of us, if not all of us, have been in this karmic trench, or we now are in this trench, and we just sometimes are just digging ourselves deeper and deeper, or just not moving. But you know what? The teacher is there, no matter what form that teacher takes, to help us to change our beliefs and move forward in a much more enlightened way. And here we are. The light of the world is knocking at our door and saying, listen, you are such a divine light being. And you have every chance to move forward and every opportunity. And when you are ready to move forward, we are here. We're always at your door. It's nothing that you're going to miss either. If you don't do it next week, but you do it in 6 months or a year from now, you can't get it wrong, and it never ends. So you know what? You don't have to worry you're going to miss anything, or you're going to miss any timing, because you just absolutely will not, because the light of your soul is always there, ready to shine brighter for you on a daily basis. So the 2 clarifying cards that I got, we'll talk about that very quickly, because I think they blend right into this, is the Law of Dharma. Transform your pain into purpose. Yeah, absolutely. I love that. Like, think about things that really are kind of causing you pain, not maybe physical pain, but emotional pain or mental pain or physical pain, and have a purpose, set that goal to work on changing that, to take that pain and to use it and turn it into something positive. And if anybody watched my Supergirl reading yesterday, that's exactly what Supergirl said. She said, you know what? It's time to find things. If you don't like something, learn to love it. Learn to love it. And that's actually what happened with me. There's a situation in my life that and I'm going to tell you, when I say it was 10, 12 years of being miserable about it, I'm not lying when I say that. Finally, one day I said, I have to look at the positives that are in this issue, okay, that I'm dealing with. I have to look at the positives, okay? And when I did, things started to change. That whole issue started to change. It started to get better. I got happier, and I hate to say it because it's so cliche, but I took lemons and I made lemonade for myself. So now I'm enjoying the situation a lot more. So that was the first clarifying card. And then the Law of Habit. Oh my gosh, it lines right up with this law, this karmic trench card. Ignite your creativity with a pattern interrupt. Look at the patterns here. But he's stuck. So ignite your creativity, interrupt those patterns, those ingrained patterns, if you can, if you're ready to move forward. So I hope that message resonates with you. It certainly resonated with me. I always am, I'm always fascinated really at how these cards are, just for me, and I hope for you too, are spot on. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 3 cards from this, the Spirit Animal Oracle from Collette Baron Reid. And I'm going to pull 3 cards, and let's see what we get. Pick a card, 1, 2, or 3, and maybe that will be your spirit animal for the next week or so, or for the next time being, whatever. You can look it up and certainly do more internet research on everything that this card may mean. But let me just pull a few cards. Like I say, it'll be a 3-card pick a card. So shuffle up. Let's see what we get. All right. All right, so here we go. This is for animal spirit guidance. Card 1, card 2, card 3. 1, 2, or 3. All right. If you picked card 1, you picked Swan Spirit, and it says time for a deep dive. Very appropriate, I think. Very apropos for what we were just talking about. So it might be really time for a deep dive to really explore things that will make you, I'm hearing, that will make you happy, that will make your soul sing. So that's card 1. If you picked card 2, you got Lizard Spirit. And Lizard Spirit, dream the world into being. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it's all about. Dream your world into being. You know, I saw a poster, and this was probably back in the 70s or 80s, and it was an astronaut, like in space. And on the bottom, this is so true, people have seen this saying, First a vision, then a dream, then a reality. You get that vision, you get that inspiration, and then you start dreaming about it. And then the next thing you know, you have it. It's a reality. And you, if you're like me, you think, I don't even know how that happened. This beautiful thing came into my life. I don't even know when or how. I mean, I don't even think about it. I'm like, I got it and it's great. But you know what? First it was a vision, then it was a dream, then it's reality. So dream your world into being. Dream the world that you want into being. And if you picked card 3, you got Buffalo Spirit. I love that. The abundant universe will provide. Absolutely. This universe is so abundant. If we just switch our perspective from a feeling of lack and sadness, I know it sounds so easy. It's easier said than done, but to start working on our inner beliefs and our inner thoughts and our consciousness and just realize the divine nature that we all are. We are all here. We are all more powerful than the sun. If you think about the sun, this beautiful, huge star, beautiful, powerful. Every single one of us is more powerful than the sun. We're divine beings. So I hope everybody has a great holiday. And I hope that you please like, share, and subscribe. And I hope this message resonated with you. And as always, it was a true joy. I always love doing these readings. So thank you, my friends, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.